Hi, now we're going to learn about subtracting fractions. It's really similar. Again, the key idea, just like in adding fractions, is that you have to have the denominators the same. So we're going to do 3 practice problems. Here's our first one. When we look at them, our denominators are the same. We have a 3 on the bottom and we have a 3 on the top. So when we want to go to subtract them, we think we're ready. Denominators match. So 1/3 take away 2/3. You have a problem. You can't do 1 take away 2. It doesn't happen. If you only have 1/3 of something, you can't take 2/3 away. So we're going to have to borrow. So we're going to go to the 2. We're going to leave 1 hole there, and we're going to borrow 1. Now the 1 we borrowed, we could simply rewrite as 3/3. So we have 3/3 that we borrowed, plus the third that was here. So now we have 4/3. 4/3 take away 2/3 is 2/3. 1 take away 1 is nothing. So our answer is 2/3. We're going to double check, make sure it can't be simplified, and no, it's reduced fully. So our answer is simply 2/3. So let's try another one. Let's do 3 1/2 take away 1 4/5. So again, just like addition, if you see a problem with fractions written horizontally, we want to rewrite it vertically. So we want to rewrite it to say 3 1/2 take away 1 4/5. All right, first step, make sure that the denominators match. Now in this one here, we have a half and we have fifths. They don't match. We need a common denominator. So we think, what number can both 5 and 2 go into? The easiest number I can think of is 10. 2 times 5 gave us 10, so we need to multiply the top number by 5 also. 1 times 5 is 5. 1/2 is equivalent to 5/10. Now what about this one? 5 times 2 gave us 10. Since we multiplied the bottom by 2, we have to multiply the top by 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Now we're ready to subtract because we're in tenths. 5/10 take away 8/10. We can't do it. If we only have 5, there's no way we can take away 8. So we're going to have to borrow again. So back to the 3. We'll leave 2 there and we'll borrow 1. Now we're working with fractions. We're working with tenths. So remember that 1 whole does equal 10/10. So in essence, we borrowed 10/10. So the 10/10 we borrowed plus the 5/10 we had now give us 15/10. So now we can subtract. 15/10 take away 8/10 leaves us with 7/10. 2 take away 1 is 1. 1 7/10. And then we have to look and see, can it be simplified? And in this case, no, it can't. So we are done. Let's look at one more subtraction problem. In this case, we're going to do the problem 4 take away 2 3/4. Now in this problem, we see that there is no fraction. Nothing minus 3/4. If you have nothing, you can't take something away from it. We can't do this because there is nothing there. We need to get something there. So we're going to borrow. We're going to leave 3 there and we're going to bring 1 whole over. Now we're wanting to subtract fourths, so let's think of that whole as 4/4. So 4/4, that's what we have there. 4/4 take away 3/4 is 1/4. 3 take away 2 is 1. 1 1/4. So when you do subtraction with fractions, step 1, make sure the denominators are the same. Step 2, make sure you really can do that subtraction problem. Sometimes you'll be able to do it right away. 3/6 take away 2/6 is 1/6. Sometimes you can do it. But if you can't do it, you have to borrow from the whole number. Make sure you remember that step. And of course, when you're done, look at your answer one more time. Ask yourself, can it be simplified? If it can, simplify it. All right, don't forget, go do your handout for today. Bye.